I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. Just some time to fit a little math in there. We have video 1.5 about ratios, rates, and conversion. Hopefully this doesn't make you feel like this poor little kitty here was getting his face pulled, but we will do some great things today, and I hope it's simple for you. And remember, just write down any questions you have and bring them in on Monday. So a ratio, some definitions you need to get down, is a comparison of two numbers by division. So 2 over 4 is a ratio of 2 to 4. You may have also seen ratios like this or ratios like this, all examples of ratios. Most ratios you're going to see in high school and in algebra are going to be like this, 2 over 4. A rate is a ratio that compares quantities measured in different values. So for example, your heart rate is the comparison of beats, your heartbeats per minute. The different quantities there are beats and minutes. A unit rate is a rate with a denominator of 1. So if one pencil costs 30 cents, that's the unit rate for one pencil. And then conversion factor is a ratio of two equal measures in different units. Like there are, I believe, about 3.3 feet per meter, equal measurements in different units, foot and meter. So for your first example using ratios, you are shopping for t-shirts. Which store offers the best deal? Well, we just set up some ratios. So for store A, 25 over 2 shirts equals $12.50 for one shirt. Simple enough. Same thing for store B. $45 for 4 shirts is $11.25 for one. And this may seem simple enough, but this is what a ratio is. And then the last store is $30 for 3 shirts, which is $10 per shirt. So which store offers the best deal? Obviously it's store C, because who would want to pay more for the same t-shirt when you can only pay $10? So what is 330 minutes converted to hours? And these are some more common examples that you will see. And the first thing you have to do is choose a conversion factor. I'm going to write that down. Choose a conversion factor, which means we need to know what unit do we want to get minutes to, and we want to get it to hours. So I have 330 minutes. Always put your units when you're doing rates and unit conversion. And I'm going to multiply that by the rate that I want, which is an hour. But an hour is also 60 minutes. So 60 minutes out of an hour, and this is what our problem looks like. And the second thing that we do is we can divide out the common units. I have minutes here, and just like A over A would cancel out, or 3 over 3 would cancel out to 1, minutes over minutes cancel out to 1. So then I'm left with 330 hour over 60. And the last step I can do is just simplify. So I'm going to divide 330 by 60, and I'm left with 5.5 hours. So 330 minutes converted to hours is 5.5 hours. So this is an example of a problem that's a little bit more challenging than other unit conversion and rate conversion problems would be. But that's okay. I'm going to walk you through it, and if you don't understand it, please ask questions about it on Monday, and I'll do my best to help you. A student ran the 50-yard dash in 5.8 seconds. At what speed did the student run in miles per hour? Round your answer to the nearest tenth. So we're looking for the speed in miles per hour, and right now we know he went 50 yards in 5.8 seconds. So I'm going to start with what we know, which is that he went 50 yards in 5.8 seconds. I want to get that to miles per hour. So 1 mile
I need to think of how many yards are in a mile. And by doing that, well, I know there are 5,280 feet in 1 mile. And if I divide that by 3, because there's 3 feet per yard, I get 1,760. So there are 1,760 yards per mile. So that takes care of converting my distance, but I also need to convert my time. And since seconds are on the bottom, I want to get per hour. I'm going to put 1 hour on the bottom because I want to get the seconds to the hour, just like I wanted to get yards to miles. And how many seconds are in an hour? So to do that, there's 60 seconds per minute and 60 minutes per hour. So 60 times 60 is 3,600. So I have 3,600 seconds per hour. And now what I'm going to do before I do anything, remember what we did in the last problem, is that we canceled out the units that are similar. So I have yards here and yards here. You can only do this when they're on top and bottom. And then seconds here and seconds here. And if you look, I'm left with miles and hours. So if I just multiply straight across, I'll know how fast he was going in miles per hour. So 50 times 3,600 is 180,000. Still left with miles. And then 5.8 times 1,760 is 10,208, and we're left with hours. And now I'm just going to divide those two numbers to simplify it even further. So 180,000 divided by 10,208 is approximately 17.6. So this student was running 17.6 miles per hour. And you can also write that as MPH. So get those notes down. If you have questions on it, please, please, please ask me on Monday.
And your hot question. Please tell me, which is the better buy? 6 bagels for $3.29 or 8 bagels for $4.15? You have a bagel inspiration right there. If anything, you can count on your math teacher to find weird pictures on the internet for you. I will see you Monday. Answer your hot question and come up with any questions that you have of your own.